Hello everyone, this video is going to go over Module 2. So each week I'm going to record a video that just kind of goes over the module. I try to update the videos every semester, but sometimes you'll end up with a video from the previous semester, so if the dates look wrong, that's why. This semester, I don't think I was able to record the Module 1 again. So just as a reminder, if you can't access any of the modules yet, it's because you haven't done the academic honesty module. And to do that, you just need to make sure that you click through each page. It has information about academic honesty. You're expected to read it. You're expected to know it. And you want to make sure that you're really understanding the consequences. There's consequences in the syllabus as well. We do have a new academic honesty policy for Allen. And we are getting pretty serious about tracking and recording when students plagiarize, when students, use AI, that kind of thing. And if you want more information about Turnitin, we have this Turnitin page as well, which will show you or tell you what the flags mean once you turn in an essay. And then at the very end, you have to make sure that you mark it as done. Otherwise, it will not open any modules for you. So now that I've gone through that as my student self, then the first module will be open. And then the second module will be open as well. So the second module is basically we're doing some pre-writing stuff here. We're going to look in the textbook for this module. There are 2 sections that we'll look at all within those first couple of chapters. So you can see that your readings, you have readings about the writing process, so understanding your assignment, and that is going to be in this section here. So chapter 2, invention, is where we're at. And we're going to take a look at understanding your assignment and moving from subject to topic, and how to group ideas and that kind of thing. And then later within the module, so you're going to do, what you'll do with that is your pre-writing journal, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then you will, let me go forward. You will then finish that chapter, which is the rest of the chapter about thesis statements. And so once you finish the chapter, then you can do the exam. So let me talk about the pre-writing journal first. So these 2 assignments are related to the 2 sort of halves of the second chapter, chapter 2, invention. So this pre-writing journal assignment it's set up as a journal. We'll do a couple of journals this semester, and basically what it is a discussion board, but the only person on that discussion board is you. So it's like a personal discussion board, and basically what it does is allows you to create entries to submit work without having, instead of doing like a Word document or something, you're going to create entries to submit your work. And so but then the only person who sees it is me. So you're not interacting with your peers for this assignment. But you are doing reply like you would a discussion board. So there are 4 exercises that I want you to do. And for each exercise, you're going to hit reply, and then you want to title it. So you can title it, exercise 4 or entry 1 or whatever you want to title it with. So this first one here is on page 37 of the patterns book. Now, when you get into the book, there's a couple ways to navigate. You can navigate on the side here and just kind of expand until you find where you're supposed to be, or you can go over here on the side and you can, type in the number that you want. Sometimes it won't take you to the exact page because it's like in the middle of a page or something, and so you have to scroll up or down. But the idea is it's pretty simple to navigate that way. So this exercise, so this journal, we're just practicing pre-writing techniques. You are not writing an essay over any of these topics. So students tend to get, this assignment tends to be one where students will overthink it, and so then they end up doing way more work than they really need to do. This will take you just a little bit longer than maybe a normal, just kind of regular assignment, because you're doing those separate entries, but it's not supposed to be difficult. So this exercise asks you to look at the general topics and ask questions about them in order to narrow down those ideas. So you're going to have 2 general topics, and then you're going to generate 3 or 4 specific topics by using the questions for probing. So this is the exercise. You have 15 topics that you can choose from, and then you're going to use the questions for probing, which are back up here, in order to help narrow it down. So if you decide that you want to do, let's say, genetically modified food. Now, you don't have to know a lot about the topic in order to narrow it down. So let's say my first topic is going to be genetically modified food. Then I'm going to ask a couple of questions about it. So I might ask, what is genetically modified food? And then maybe, so that's going to match one of these questions for probing is like, what is it? You know, what happened? Where did it happen? So some of these questions wouldn't apply to all topics, but like, you know, what makes it work? How is it made would be a good one. So how is genetically modified food made? Now, if I know the answer to the topic, then I can add in a little bit of the answer there, which would help narrow down the focus and create a more specific topic. You'll want to know a little bit about the ones that you choose. Otherwise, the next couple will be more difficult. The next couple of exercises will be more difficult, but you don't necessarily have to know like the answer. You don't have to go research it or something like that. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take one of these topics and you're going to start working on it using the next 3 exercises. So the next exercise is to do a 5-minute free write on one of the topics you generated in exercise 4. So if I want to do that, I'll post my second exercise, or my first exercise, and then I'll start my second. So this is going to be entry 2, and a free write's just a continual like free flow of thoughts. And so I might want to do, you know, how is genetically modified food made? And then I'm just going to start typing everything I can think of for that topic. Once I'm done, once I've, you know, set my timer and I've done at least a 5-minute free write, so, you know, 100 words or so, a good solid paragraph, then I'm going to do my next entry, which is in exercise 6. And that's going to be another free write that's about a specific topic that I came up with in exercise 5. And then I'm going to do exercise 7, which is a cluster map of ideas that I came up with in exercise 6. So exercise 7 is the only one where students will often do this by hand. There are a couple of different ways you can do it. You can use a Word document and just create like the shapes with the lines. You can do that. Or you can hand draw it and then upload, instead of uploading a file, you upload an image. So you can go to upload image if you want to take a picture of it. Sometimes students will take a picture of it and then put it in a Word document and then upload the Word document. That works too. But any way that you can put it in here so that I can see it would be a good idea. So that's what the exercises are about. Like I said, a lot of students will make them more difficult than they need to be. You're not writing an essay about it. You're not going to continue with this topic. You're just practicing those pre-writing techniques. The second part of the module is to do the thesis statement readings and then take the exam. This is the only exam we have in the class. This is one where you can only take it one time and you have to finish it in one sitting. So there are 15 questions and you're just going to go through, and basically it asks you whether or not it's a good thesis statement, and I think they're true-false questions throughout. So you're going to just go in and you can do the review quiz first if you want to. This is good practice because that way you can see what some of the assignments. So yeah, they're all, is this following as a good thesis statement? true or false. And so you do the practice quiz. You can do that as many times as you want to. It's not worth points, but it's really a good idea so that you can see what the questions will look like and you get a little bit of practice with what you think things will be, what the answers will be. And then you can go in and actually take the exam itself. That exam is one that you can only do one time. So if you screw up and you get in there and you can't finish it, or you lose power or whatever, you'll have to email me. I have to reset the whole exam and you'll get new questions. So just kind of keep that in mind. So that is the second module. If you have any questions at all, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.